So today we're going to change the MaxPro cables. Mine broke in the middle of an exercise. It didn't even fray, it just basically just broke in the middle of an exercise. But I did have like 300 something thousand reps on these cables. So they got a pretty good lifespan. So when you get your MaxPro cables, you're going to notice here on the box that's going to basically stay left Smart Connect, or it's just going to say left. And over here, same thing. It says Smart Connect right. There's your left right there. And how you can tell is you can tell by looking here. Your number says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. And over here is your right side, which is if it's a power connect, it's going to have the power button on it. If not, when you look down at the numbers, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in sequence going this way. I've already changed out the right side. And here's the left that I'm going to be changing out tonight. So what you're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver and a pair of scissors. Turn your MaxPro over. Remove the foot pads for the bottom of the MaxPro. And then if you look here, you have 4 screws that's going to have to come out. Remove the last screw. Set it aside. Okay, so once you have that part off, then you want to flip the MaxPro over. And then you want to pull the piece out. Now, on mine, I did get stuck at this one place right here where you can't get it out. It's not enough cord to pull out. So what you want to do, that's what I had to do on the right side. Flip it back over. I'm going to show you how it's done, but if you don't feel comfortable doing this, most definitely call customer support. So you're going to move these 4 screws right here. Okay, so once you get that, all the screws out, pry up this plate. And if you notice here, how this is the Smart Connect wire right here that runs into this clutch plate, it's actually stuffed down here pretty hard. So what you want, or pretty tight. So what you want to do is take your screwdriver, pry it up, just like that, loosen it up. And what I do just to make sure that it doesn't get damaged is I'm just going to disconnect it just like that. So you flip it back over, put your hand over here because it probably will fall out now. Lift this up, pull out just like that. So basically you want to make sure this washer goes onto this metal rod right here, okay, when you put it back together. So it's going to come off like this more than likely. When it goes back on, it's going to go on just like that. So set that to the side. Pull this clutch plate, get it out of the way so you don't damage it. Move this just like that. Okay, so it's a little slippery because of the grease. Sit there, you can just pull the rod out like that. Set it to the side and get ready to pull this out. You want to make sure this plastic piece comes out. The new one's going to have it in there, but make sure it comes out. That way you don't double the piece in there. And then it will work. If you see here, it is labeled left side or left-handed side. Okay. And with these ties here, what you want to do is take it just like this. That keeps it from unspringing on you. just like that. It could be just thrown in the trash, it can be disposed of. And it does come very well packed, very well protected. Alright, so we want to move all this protective plastic. It basically keeps it from getting scratched in shipment. Notice right here is that plastic little piece that the other one had. Just make sure it's in place right here. If not, it's going to be somewhere in the packaging. You just put it in place. So then you're going to cut the ties. Where's the scissors?
And be sure not to use your wife's fabric scissors for this.
Is this what these are? Oops. Okay, so it looks just like that once you get it disconnected. You want to put your metal rod back in, just like that. And you're going to hear, if you know you go all the way, you're going to hear it click or make a tapping noise, just like that. All right, now if you look here, you got some grooves right here. You're going to match it up with the grooves that are inside here. Okay, so if you notice here, you're going to have slack, just like this. So to get rid of the slack that you had in it, you're going to go one time around, just like that. Make sure it goes all the way around. And see how the slack is now gone? Just like that. So now to put it back together, you're going to take this piece just like this. Make sure the washer's still in place. It's going to look just like that. So now to put the power clutch on, you have the grooves that are right here. We're going to line up with the grooves and the screw holes right here. And you want to make sure also that you put your washer back into place right here. Just like that. Now when you get ready to put it together, you're going to have the cable up into position like this. Going to take your wire that we're going to reconnect here just a little bit. You're going to put it right in this groove right here. This little slot right there. And then you're going to line up these grooves, power clutch grooves, with this groove right here. It takes a little bit of finagling, but once you get it, it'll go right into place. Okay, so once you get it in the right spot, it just slides right on back in, just like that. So then you turn it back over, holding this right here so it doesn't come loose. You want to reconnect this cable or this wire. Make sure you hear it click into place when you do. Push it back down in position. Just like that. And you're going to take your plate, put your plate in place, like that. I'm going to tighten it down in case you have to do any adjustments to find the other holes, but more than likely you don't have to. It's probably already lined up. Okay, last screw in there. Then you take these 4 screws and put them back into position right here. Alright, so you push it in, line the holes up, make sure they're lined up and pushed in all the way. So go ahead and tighten them back down. Just a little snug, not enough to strip out your screw heads. Put on your ground pad or your foot pad. And how you do that, just flip it over. You have your grooves there and your little notches there. Just pick it up just like that. Slide them into place. If they don't slide the first time, do it again and they'll go in. Okay, so what you want to do to test it out, just to make sure it's recoiling right like it's supposed to, just pull on it and go back with it. And it is pretty smooth. Same thing on the other side. Sounds pretty good. And that concludes how you put on the new cables for the MaxPro.